So everyone's worried about their finances, about saving money, ways to cut back. One way you can do it, one easy way you can do it is with your electric bill. Take control of your power. Have cost certainty by switching to solar. My friend Brent Sopel, former Chicago Blackhawk, Stanley Cup winner Brent Sopel, is going to help you move to solar. It costs nothing out of pocket. And with tax credits from both federal government and state, and that's a lot of states offering these incentives, you can save a ton of money. Take control of your power. Go solar. Go to Sopel Solar, Sopel, solar.com. Get a consultation, which costs you nothing. If you switch to solar, nothing out of pocket. Easiest decision you can ever make. SopelSolar.com.
It's Car Con Carne. Let's eat in the car. It's Car Con Carne. And now here's the star of our show, James Van Alstyne.
Coming up on this podcast tomorrow, I'm recording this on Monday, August 8th. Tomorrow, August 9th, legendary comics artist Bill Sienkiewicz. And I mean legendary. You probably know him from his work on, I think, everyone from the Daredevil family of characters, Moon Knight, New Mutants, my all-time favorite comic book cover, Batman 400. Bill Sienkiewicz, he's been nominated for a couple Emmys. He's won an Eisner Award. He is my guest tomorrow as we get ready to see him in a signing. He's got a museum exhibit at the Dunn Museum in Libertyville, Illinois. He'll be talking about that and everything else along the way in his career. Bill Sienkiewicz tomorrow night. So as music fans, our relationship with Fishbone has outlasted most of our personal relationships. In some cases, it's outlasted some of our familial relationships. From that first EP in 1985 through countless life-affirming, get up and move live shows, including some incredible album plays at Riot Fest here in Chicago, Fishbone has been an essential band through the decades, and they're back in Chicago. Labor Day weekend, it's a show at the Bottom Lounge, Saturday, September 3rd. I'm James Van Alstyne, and joining me on Car Con Carne is Fishbone's lead singer, sax player, theremin player, Dr. Mad Vibe, Angelo Moore. Hi, Angelo.
What's up, man? How you doing, James?
One of my favorite ways that Fishbone was ever described was from Ice-T. He said it wasn't rock, it wasn't metal, it wasn't hip-hop, it wasn't funk. That's the beauty of Fishbone. Fishbone's just Fishbone. I think it's a high compliment when you can't be described easily.
Well, yeah, that's why they got the term alternative.
Right? Well, let's talk about that alternative universe, because here in Chicago, Lollapalooza just wrapped up like 2 weeks ago. And the Lollapalooza,
Really?
yeah, the Lollapalooza of 2022 is very different from the Lollapalooza that Fishbone played back in the day, certainly that first tour back in 1991. For people who weren't in that era, the birth of Lollapalooza, that alternative moment, I think there's a certain nostalgic belief that it was utopian, that it was like this Camelot era for music. You were right there in the middle of it. What was that era like?
It was fun. It was fresh and bright. It was challenging, man. The music scene was pretty alive with eclectic forms of music just coming in and out of the picture, man. That's what I remember seeing.
The first Lollapalooza tour was just nuts. I mean, that lineup
I remember the Butthole Surfers were there, and Alice in Chains, and Dinosaur Jr., and
Jane's Addiction, of course.
Jane's Addiction, that's right. Jane's Addiction was there. Babes in Toyland was there. Arrested Development was there. Yeah.
And you guys kind of came up with Perry Farrell with the Psycom guys back in the day.
That was his first band. I saw them in the parking lot. This hot dog stand over there off of Hollywood Boulevard and Wilcox, I believe.
What's interesting to me about the quote alternative nation, it seems like 1991 was a little different. I mean, you had Body Count, you had Arrested Development, but through the years, the so-called alt nation seemed to struggle with diversity. I mean, I remember working in alternative radio in the late 90s. No women were getting played on the radio, and I think the only person of color on the air at that point was Lenny Kravitz. It seems like they kind of lost the alternative nation kind of lost the script through the years.
Well, man, you know, I realized later on that white privilege had a lot to do with it. Back then, white privilege wasn't even a term that was
Right.
in existence. And, I remember Ebonics wasn't even a term that was in existence back at that time, or Spanglish
Right.
or reggaeton. These different terms that weren't in existence back then, they become in existence because, I mean, even alternative, man, that's a term to describe all of the different music, different genres of music that Fishbone does, because how are they going to be able to categorize it? So you got to have some word to use to categorize some type of new mixture or genre. Like hip hop. I remember when hip hop wasn't in existence before the Sugar Hill Gang came into the picture. And I'm sure that, like, when I say white privilege, man, I mean, I don't mean it in a malicious way. I say it as a phenomenon because, from what I remember, a lot of the subject matters of the different bands that were being put into their music, some were controversial, some weren't. And I know a lot of Fishbone's lyrics were really controversial, and a lot of it addressed racism and social matters
Mm-hmm.
that I'm sure a lot of the record company executives didn't like. Maybe they didn't want to hear, or maybe they couldn't relate to it. Probably a lot of white record company execs. Man, I remember when Donnie Ider came onto the bus at Lollapalooza, and he said to us after we finished playing a lot of Give a Monkey a Brain, and he came onto the tour bus after we finished playing to thousands of people, like a sea of people, and he was like, "Hey, you guys, I like the fucking record, fucking great, great, great performance, but we're gonna have to cancel your record because it's not selling. Okay, guys, see you later." And I said, man, if you would just turn around and look out the window, look at all those sea of people out there that we just finished playing in front of, man. Doesn't that mean anything to you? Sorry, guys, good show, and I'm out of here.
Ick.
Not in those same exact words, but
Yeah.
that's pretty much what it was. So, I thought to myself, he just didn't give a shit. He didn't give a shit, and he wasn't feeling us, and he's the president of Sony.
Right.
So, with that, you can almost put one and one together. We're not gonna have as much exposure or any of that, or any of those props, unless, of course, we're playing music that's stereotypically meant for Black people, which was probably hip hop or R&B. Fishbone was, if that was at the top of our priority list as far as genre, it may not have been a problem. But we were doing rock and roll too, and that's stepping over the line when it comes to genre mixing and who is supposed to stay in their lane in the society that we're in.
I mean, even going back to Party at Ground Zero, you created your own sound. I mean, it sounds to me, even to modern listening, this is a song that's, however old it is, I'm not good at math, 1980s. It still sounds to me like a band just making up its own rules. I mean, it's full of left turns. It's all energy. You were creating your own vibe.
Yeah, man, because we just saw it as music.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't thinking about categories or genres or any of that shit. Hell, I didn't know what a genre was at that time. I just thought to myself, I just like this good music. Little did we know that once we got into the music business, you're going to have a lot of people, the powers that be, making decisions for you about your music, where this type of music doesn't fit into this genre. If you're this color and if you play this type of music, ain't nobody really going to get it as if you were this color over here playing this type of music. So All of these unseen and unheard factors are all in existence behind the scenes. All of the the good times and the record releases and the Lollapaloozas and everything else are going on. The artist doesn't have nothing to do with it, man. You have people of power with all the money, which are like, I guess you would call maybe the 1% or closest to the 1%, um, making decisions and life affecting decisions with your music and your career.
Right.
Yeah.
You talked about
think about this. Think about Public Enemy. Public Enemy, just for an example, right? Public Enemy, they can talk what they talk. They can say what they want to say, right? They can say all of the controversial lyrics that they can. However, I really haven't seen any case of any record company or anything holding them back because they're playing hip hop, which is the genre meant for who they are and where they come from.
Because they're a hip hop group, they're
group,
given more latitude.
They're black. They're staying in their lane, no matter how badass they are. They're staying in their lane. Now, they were playing rock and roll or heavy metal or something like that. Do you really think they would be as easy to digest, as controversial as they are?
Well, it kind of goes back to that alternative nation thing. I can't understand why Public Enemy didn't get alternative radio play back in the day. I mean, there's a band that toured with Sisters of Mercy at the beginning of the 1990s. I think media has kept artists in their lane regardless. I think media is as to blame as the record companies.
Oh, yeah, man, because the media, that's like the last step you get to before you go into the outside world as an artist or a musician that's making the music. You got the record companies, you got the management, you got all of that stuff, and then you got the media. And then once the media embraces you, that makes it possible for everybody to see who you are and what you're doing and what you're saying.
Does it feel good in the modern day to have artists that have achieved a certain level of notoriety, be it Red Hot Chili Peppers, be it Sublime, be it No Doubt, point to you as an influence? Does that feel vindicating?
Sure, I like it. I'm glad they do. I'm glad they tell the world that, when they do tell the world, I'm glad they do it and let everybody know we're here. We're here. We were here. The influence that we had on them, I think that's great.
You mentioned controversial lyrics, which does it surprise you in the present day, given the state of the world, that there aren't more artists saying controversial things? I feel like there's almost like a risk avoidance. I think social media has made people gun shy to speak their mind in some respects.
Because people feel that if they say something now because of the gay issue and the racial issue and all of that and politics and everything, and then there's COVID too. So people, and then comedy, even comedy. Will Smith, he's one of my favorite actors. He's like one of the baddest motherfuckers around. And then he stepped over the line and lost his cool. And now he has opened up a door for people to think that if they don't think something is funny from the comedian, right, they can step over the line. They can step over the line of magic, which is the stage, onto the stage with the performer and do them bodily harm because they can't take a joke.
Yeah, that's scary shit as a performer.
Right. And so I'm a performer. And I think about that shit too. Look what happened to Dimebag Darrell because of some guy who thought, what was it? Dimebag Darrell was trying to break up the band or some shit.
Yeah. So Damage Plan was his band in the early aughts, and it was post Pantera, and Darrell and Vinny were in this band Damage Plan. And I think it was in Ohio. I could be wrong. Crazed lunatic who was defending the honor of Phil Anselmo or something got on stage and he murdered Dime in front of a live audience. I mean, just a real life horror show unfolding. But yeah,
real life, because some guy is caught up in whatever fantasy or nightmare that he's lost touch on reality. That's what happens when people do that. So there's people like that out there. Then you got to have a search gate at the fucking gig. Then you got to search everybody. Then maybe somebody will get anywhere. Or that shit that happened in France, with the Eagles of Death Metal, man. So
Right.
one of the guys that was road managing Fishbone, Sean London, was there with the Eagles of Death Metal when that happened.
Oh man.
Hold on. Hey, it's the wife. Hey man, you want to meet the wife real quick?
Hi, how are you? I'm James.
That's James.
Nice to meet you. Oh, she's
I think she's gone. Oh, there she is. Wait. Wow, look at that. That's kind of crazy. You know what that is, dude? You see that picture?
yeah.
That's a picture of Mel Brooks.
No, is it really?
And you know what that's a part of? That is a part of my art project called Avant Presidents, Avant Icons.
I love it.
You're doing a podcast.
I'm doing a podcast, and meet James. James is my wife, Metaphysica, Michelle Harper.
Great to meet you. You're a good sport.
Oh yeah, man, she's pretty badass, dude. She makes body oils and hypnosis and reads cards, man. She's really good. I have to hook you up with her later. Let me call you back, baby.
Okay, well, go ahead. Goodbye.
All right. Yeah.
So we talked about some of the scary aspects and the negative aspects of being a performer. Let's talk about the fact that here we are in 2022 and Fishbone's still here. We still have Fishbone. Fishbone's playing Bottom Lounge. How's everybody getting along?
We're getting along. Yeah, we're getting along. We're getting along good enough to be able to put together some music so that Fat Mike can release it on his label.
Okay, well, that's the obvious next question. We will get new Fishbone music.
Yeah.
That's exciting. It's been a little bit.
No shit. It's been way more than a little bit, dog.
And I know you got some stuff to say.
This is why I'm in maybe like 3 other projects. I got Dr. Mad Vibe and the Missing Links. I got Brand New Step. Here's one of the CDs right here.
I love it.
It's like electronic dance music. It's got the disco ball on it. It's funky. It's R&B. There's really no rock on this, not no hard rock, but it's really fucking good. And this is my second album with these guys, man. Green Diamond Jim,
Love it.
Chris Jensen, and this is our second album, and we got like several videos on the website, all on YouTube, man. And so, yeah, I hooked up with those guys, the Rondo brothers, and that's on Rope-A-Dope Records. And
you keep busy.
Yeah, I keep busy. And then I just finished doing this thing called Revive LA, downtown Los Angeles at the Viviana Marble Cathedral with the Vaudeville Society Circus from San Francisco. And so it lasted from early June to July 25th. And it was every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And it was appetizer, dinner, and dessert surrounded by the circus. And the whole theme that the circus was following was based on it being a dinner party. And my band, The Missing Links, which is like a 7-piece band. And all of my arrangements, man. And so we tailored my arrangements to the choreograph of the circus that was going on, man. It was badass.
That sounds amazing. That sounds like only in California too.
I did a bunch of videos during the quarantine. I did a show called The Mirror of What, which is on my Patreon channel. I got a Patreon channel, man, where I was doing a lot of interviews with different people, like something what you're doing right now with me. And I would have the green screen going on in the background, and we would show the different videos of the person that I was interviewing. And with The Mirror of What, I had like a mirror that was behind me with the green screen on it. And so I would play a lot of my videos. I would start off with all the videos that I did, and I'd come on like every other day or something, and I do the mirror. What's up, folks? This the mirror. What's in the mirror today? And you see all the question marks and shit going through there, and then I would play my video, and then I would talk about it after the video is over. So I did a whole quarantine's worth of episodes with that.
Because you had to keep busy.
And then
A creative has to create. You
and I would show Fishbone videos too, right? And so while the other guys in Fishbone were scared to do anything, I was doing something. I was doing something with the missing links and the brand new step. Brand new step is kind of like spread out, man. It's like a couple of guys in San Francisco, Texas, Jersey. Yeah, so it's not that easy for us to get together. But when we would have like tours. We went to Taiwan, we went to Japan. We did a couple of runs. We did a run in the East Coast run for 2 weeks, and then we did like a week's run out here on the West Coast. Yeah, and then with the Missing Links, we would always play around town. And the biggest thing that came up for the Missing Links was the Circus of Revive LA. Oh yeah, man. So while Fishbone is, let me see how I can put it. While Fishbone is in the process of being reborn,
okay,
while that process is going on, I involve myself in other things, creative things, to keep my creativity juices flowing.
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to keep busy.
Yeah.
You and I think I remember this from the documentary all those years ago. I mean, your mind just kind of takes you where it's going to take you.
I got another thing. I got a new documentary out called the Forever More Project.
What is this?
And it's on. Let me see. Oh God, man, I don't even know. It's a lot. It's on a lot of social media platforms now. I think Netflix might be one of them.
Okay, so we can track that down. What's that about?
Track that down. And so this art director, film director, Tisha Zito from Dixie University in Utah put it together. It's about me.
I love it.
It's about me. It's about all my solo stuff that I'm doing. Yeah.
I love it. So we'll see the on stage
website.
It's 2:00.
My website, drmadvibe.com.
drmadvibe.com. Now, as far as Fishbone goes, Bottom Lounge Labor Day weekend, you're coming back to Chicago. We'll see
Right.
we'll see that dynamic on stage. I mean, off stage is one thing, but on stage, when you guys come together, there's that chemistry. Hold
on, I got to show you something.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is my new thing.
Okay. What?
These are collector stickers.
With a QR code for people
With
who
a
can't see this.
QR code, man, and I give them out everywhere I go. Wherever you see me in public, most likely I will have this.
Because you have too much stuff going on to just say, oh, go to whatever.com.
I can't wait, dude. I can't wait on Fishbone's. Fishbone's going to be okay. We're coming back. We're breathing life back into it. We got some pretty good air and liquid flow going on lately. It's been finally happening within the past, I guess, I don't know, 4 or 5 months.
Good.
It's been slow for about 5 years.
Yeah.
5 years of a lot of dying and coming back to life.
And that would probably explain the album plays, wouldn't it?
That would explain that would explain the lack of an album right now.
Right. It's easier to play the old stuff in its entirety than.
Well, unfortunately, yeah. I mean, lately we've been a nostalgia act, and thank God for our representative, Judge Mathiasen. He's been keeping up our social media platform so people can be occupied with different Fishbone moments and nostalgia that they remember from the past. So he's been keeping us present with that. And we did a performance with Fat Mike at Fat Mike's place with like one new song. And then we did the Alice in Chains stream.
Right.
We did that. uh, Them Bones, I guess is what, yeah, Them Bones is the name of the song. And we
Yeah,
did another Alice in Chains song that we're going to release a little later on. I don't know when, but we have it.
that's cool. I think Fat's a good fit for you guys.
Yeah, and then we had to do some personnel change because that was causing a little slowing things down, you know. But it's all good. So while we've been going through all of that, management change, we had some management at the time that was managerial problems that slowed us down for a minute, but now we're back on track with that. So in the meanwhile, while all that type of stuff is going on, hell man, I haven't had anything to drink since 2020.
Good for you. Good for you. How do you feel?
Feel great, man. You know, and the quarantine helped me do that because unfortunately, when everything got canceled, like all the work and the gigs, it gave me a chance to be away from everybody and everything. And so I got to press the restart button.
You threw yourself into your art as opposed to
Oh
booze.
yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't need to go anywhere, man, because here in the lab, I call it a medicine cabinet. I got everything I need. I got my organ here. I've been playing organ. That's what I've been doing with the missing links, man. With the missing links, I've been playing organ, double tier organ.
That's awesome.
Yes, that's a whole new one I picked up. Oh, wait, here's another one. So that's my new T-shirt. That's my other QR code that goes to my website
I love it. Of course, with the hat.
with the hat. And then I got
I almost didn't recognize you today without the hat. So you're holding up a picture of JFK with the QR code. That was unexpected.
now that is a part of my Avant Presidents
Okay, that makes sense.
art project.
Because you're an artist. I mean, you're a musical artist, but
That's right. And you can see a lot more of these on legacyofangelo.com. I got
legacyofangelo.com.
legacyofangelo.com. Let me see if I got, oh, here's an Obama one. Look at that.
Oh, that's cool.
That
Chicagoan.
that was called Yes We Can.
That's cool. Well, he's a Chicagoan. I'm in Chicago.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about Chicago. I mean, it seems to me like
The
if
Cubby
anyone,
Bear, the Metro.
yeah, I was going to say this town. I mean, I think I've seen you at the Vic. I mean, this town gets Fishbone. This town gets you, and I dare say you have a good relationship with Chicago.
Yep, the Metro and the Cubby Bear is where we would play when we would come there. You remember the Metro, right?
Oh, of course. They just had their 40th anniversary,
Wow.
which I know we're all getting a little bit older.
Right. Older. I always tell people to say older, not old.
Exactly. We're aging. That's just
Aging gracefully. Don't grow up. It's a trap.
Yeah.
You always want to keep that free spirited feeling. Don't let them turn your sky into a ceiling.
When you're talking about the relationship with other members of the band, it seems to me like the thing that holds Fishbone together is just the fact that at the end of the day, you're all music fans.
Yeah. We like music.
That's the glue of Fishbone.
We like music. We're musicians. And we do like to listen to our music, man. We're inspired by the different music that we hear. Man, I went to go see Dumpster Funk last night.
That's Ivan Neville's band, right?
Yeah, Dumpster Funk. It was in Venice West in Venice, out in LA. And that's one of my favorite bands.
That's cool. They're a New Orleans band, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Love that
So
stuff.
they were really good, man. Those are some of the last guys that's really doing it right, you know.
All right. Well, Angelo, Fishbone is at Bottom Lounge. It's on September 3rd. It is a return to Chicago. As we established, we love you here. And
September 3rd. Let me see. Right. Bottom Lounge.
yes, sir.
Because the day before that, we're in Denver at the Mercury Cafe. And then
Oh, wait, are you traveling by bus?
we're trying to get a bus. Maybe we're flying in, man.
I was going to say that's a brutal drive if you're coming here from Denver.
But Denver and then the Bottom Lounge on the 3rd. That's Chicago.
Yeah.
And then after that, we're going to be in St. Louis.
That makes sense. That's a much easier trip. That's 4.5
St. Louis
hours.
World's Fair at the Heritage Festival.
So you're keeping busy. You're in every aspect of what you do, Angelo. Specific to Fishbone, we can't wait to see you back here in Chicago doing what you do. And the idea that the fact that you tantalized us with the idea that there's new Fishbone music on the way, that was the outcome I was hoping for from our conversation. That's what I wanted to know. That Fishbone has new music coming.
Yeah, well, we do.
I love it. Will we hear some of that when you play here?
No.
Too early?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, you sir, thank you so much for chatting, and I will see you in just a couple weeks.
Okay, I'll see you in a couple weeks, man. Make sure you come up to me.
I absolutely will.